Hello, benchwarmers, and welcome to the 2020 NFL playoff prediction video based on my previous 32 team predictions from the 2020 predictions folder. You can all go see them, and I would suggest watching those before watching this. Now, I will say I made the Packers go 11-5. I did not know I was making them the 1 seed. I swear to God, that was not my bias. That was just how I saw it playing out. That just has to do with who they beat. What are these guys missing? Oh, that's conference. Okay, I was so confusing as to why it was 9-3. Yeah, no, 11-5. A lot of these teams going 11-5. The AFC a little more spread out, but I just think the NFC has so many good teams. I can't believe I have the Seahawks and Cardinals outside looking in. For the Lions? I'm sorry though. Odds are Lions. It's just again, it's who they beat, not the. I feel bad about that. Because honestly, if I were to swap any of these, I'd say I'd swap the Bucks and Lions for the Seahawks and the Cardinals. And I swear, I probably put the Saints or 49ers, maybe even Cowboys at the 1 seed. I think as far as the actual records, I was fairly unbiased. I swear I was not trying to make the Packers the 1 seed. That was totally unintentional. So I got that out of the way. I hope you believe me because I feel really bad. I really didn't want to do that because people would just call me a homer. So let's just get into it. Wild card weekend. I'm going to have to go with, for the AFC, I'm going to say Bills. I'm going to say Broncos. I'm going to say Chiefs. So we have one upset. I think the Bills are going to beat the Steelers. Steelers got in based on their defense, not necessarily their offense. And the Bills got in on both. Now, Josh Allen, still kind of young, hasn't won a playoff game yet, and I think this is where he does it. And I think this could be one of Big Ben's last games. Now, maybe that means he has just enough energy to make it to the next round, but I don't think it's going to happen. Then, the Broncos upsetting the Titans. I think the Titans might be a little high on themselves. Broncos they are kind of an even match here. Like the Broncos are the underdog, but it's pretty close. Broncos have the edge on quarterback play. That's about it. The Titans have the edge on defense 100%, but as far as receivers, I maybe give the edge to the Broncos. Running back is kind of even because they got Philip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon, but the Titans have Derrick Henry. So this one could go either way, but I'm going to say Broncos. I like the Broncos against the Titans. Chargers and Chiefs. Chargers, going to be a good team, but not good enough. And the Chiefs, once again, the 2 seed, going to make it to the divisional round, which is going to be the divisional round. The playoffs are weird this year. I mean, it's going to be this weird every other year. I didn't even realize I feel bad giving the Ravens a bye again. Ravens are once again the 1 seed, but I feel bad giving the Packers a 1 seed bye. I really do. I can't stress that enough. I did not want to do that. I guess I should have made the 40. I should have made one of these teams 12-4, but I just didn't feel right doing it. And you know what? They probably will be 12-4. I should probably made the 49ers 12-4, the Saints 12-4. Probably both of them 12-4. But I didn't, and I'm not changing it now. Sticking with it. So, Chiefs winning, Broncos winning, Bills winning. The NFC, this one's going to be tough. I'm going to have to say Cowboys. I'm sorry, Eagles fans, okay? I'm sorry. But Mike McCarthy, he's a proven winner. Like, yeah, some people might want to say it's because of Aaron Rodgers, and it could be. But I think they got the offense to just go over you. I don't know. You guys have already had a lot of injuries on that offensive line. I just got word that Carson Wentz is already hurt. So I don't even know if the Eagles will make the playoffs at this point. I I mean, I made my predictions before they had opt-outs and before guys got hurt. I'm pretty sure half of the Eagles' offensive line is gone. So I'm going to say Cowboys, who they got a pretty decent pass rush. 49ers versus Buccaneers. I'm going to go 49er. No, I don't know. I'm going to go 49ers. Yeah, I just don't see. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know if I see Tom Brady losing round one in the playoffs 2 years in a row. But I just think 49ers overall are a better team. Now, the Buccaneers, not to be slept on at all. But I just got to. I don't want to go 4-6-2 again. So I'm just going to go 4-3-2. All the top seeds in the NFC make it to the next round. Cowboys win because Eagles, with half their offense being gone, offensive line being gone. Buccaneers versus 49ers. That one's a toss-up. Just like Titans and Broncos. I'm just going to go with the 49ers. And there's no way the Lions beat the Saints. There is no way the Lions beat the Saints. Healthy or not. Drew Brees or not. Because they have Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. Mostly Jameis Winston as backup quarterback. They're not losing to the Lions. So, wild card weekend, we have Bills, Broncos, Chiefs, Cowboys, 49ers, Saints moving on. Divisional weekend. Bills versus Chiefs. Whew. That could be tough. Pat Mahomes versus Josh Allen. I gotta go Pat Mahomes. Chiefs proved that they can go up against a top 3 defense against the 49ers. I don't know what they were ranked last year, but they beat them in the Super Bowl. They can beat the Bills. The Bills, I think, have a worse defense than the 49ers than they did in the Super Bowl. So I think the Bills are going to lose this one. It's hard for me to pick against the Ravens, too. I hate going just the top seeds. I really do, because I love the underdogs. I just think Drew Lock did a good job getting to this point, but he's too young to do it anymore. Or too young to go any further, I should say. So, AFC, the 1 seed and the 2 seed. And now with the NFC, Saints versus 49ers. That's probably the best playoff game. That's Saints versus 49ers. That's a great matchup right now. It happens in the regular season, and it's a rematch here. And I had the Saints winning that one. So I'm going to have the 49ers winning again. Or winning it this time. Because they want revenge. And some of you may think I am a homer for this. And a little bit, yeah. But at the same time, can you tell me when the last time the Cowboys beat the Packers in the playoffs? And do not tell me about Dez dropped it. I don't care. With the way the rules were before, he did. With the way the rules are now, he caught it. So let's get that out of the way. But while Aaron Rodgers was at quarterback, when was the last time the Cowboys won in the playoffs? They might want revenge for 2016. Because this is kind of reversed. I mean, the Packers... I think the Packers weren't the 4 seed. They were the 5th seed. Or no, yeah, they were the 4 seed, actually. Were they? Yeah, they were the 4 seed. Because in 2016, Packers were the 4 seed, and the Seahawks were the 3rd seed. That's what it was. So it was 4 seed Packers versus 1 seed Cowboys. Rules are reversed. So maybe, just maybe, it happens. Mike McCarthy versus the Packers. Honestly, I would love for this to happen. I would love to see the Cowboys and the Packers face off in the playoffs. Mike McCarthy versus Aaron Rodgers. Who proves that they weren't the problem? I mean, I think at this point, since both of them are in the playoffs, they both proved that it was just time to move on. And I think that's true. I don't think either was really the problem. It was just a relationship that had gotten stale. Both needed new faces, and it worked for both of them. And I'm gonna say the Cowboys lose. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Packers win. I'm sorry. Call me a homer. But with this, it's hard for me to pick against the Packers with the way that they just don't lose to the Cowboys in the playoffs. This could be the first time, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Now, with Mike McCarthy there, it's very promising for the Cowboys to make it to the divisional round in his first year as head coach for the Cowboys. So, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, the 3 seed and the 1 seed. God damn it. I'm not going to like this. Chiefs versus Ravens. Finally, Lamar Jackson wins a football game. Makes it to the AFC Championship. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. The past 2 MVPs face off in the AFC Championship. How could it be any better than that? And you know what? Pat Mahomes won his Super Bowl. It's Lamar's turn to go. And it's going to be the Ravens going back to the Super Bowl finally after so long. After 2012. The Ravens go to the Super Bowl to face off with the Green Bay Packers. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Even though the Packers are at home, they're probably going to be fans in the stands at this point. It is with a heavy heart that I picked the 49ers to go back to the Super Bowl. And redemption is on their way. I think both of those games are going to be close. The Packers, some people don't think they got better. I think they got better in some places. Mainly inside linebacker. I'm seeing a lot of things. I pay more attention, being a Packer fan, to Packers training camp. And it seems like their 5th round pick as inside linebacker and their free agency pickup at inside linebacker, Christian Kirksey and Kamal Martin, are tearing it up. So I think inside linebacker, that might be fixed. Their secondary, with Amos, Savage, and Jair and King. And then that's just their starters. And then their pass rush, I think Rashawn Gary, he's been tearing it up. Got the Smith Bros. Their defense is better because of Kirksey and Martin. And their offense is better just because of A.J. Dillon. It's a little worse because it doesn't have Brian Bulaga. But it sounds like they're doing pretty well in the right tackle portion, whether it's Ricky Wagner or Billy Turner. Or even Josh Nijman, I think is how you pronounce it. But I'm going a little too much into the Packer part. I'm just trying to defend my team as much as I can. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than it is, for one, in the regular season this year, and 2, definitely closer than last year's NFC Championship game. For one, Packers have home field advantage. It's cold at Lambeau at this time of year. I don't know if you've ever known that. That in January it's cold at Lambeau. Like a lot. Like really, really cold. And the 49ers, they're a warm weather team, and that could even the playing field. But until the Packers prove they can beat the 49ers, I gotta go with the 49ers. So you can't call me a homer. I'm not having the Packers win the Super Bowl. I mean, my homer pick is obviously they win the Super Bowl, because why wouldn't I pick that? But with my final prediction for 2020 before the season starts, your Super Bowl champions won after losing in the playoffs 2 years in a row, not winning a single game, and he finally wins to make it to the Super Bowl. The other Super Bowl runner-ups last year, who wins? 2 top-tier defenses. 2 top run games, assuming that the 49ers run game doesn't halt after losing some players. Ravens have the better run game. Assuming their wide receivers are healthy, 49ers have the better receiving game. As far as quarterbacks with throwing, this is an even matchup. Ravens versus 49ers is probably the best possible Super Bowl matchup. Run-heavy teams, defense-heavy teams. Neither team is much one to throw the ball super. This is really hard to pick. But I'm going to have to say, your Super Bowl champs for 2020-2021 season, I got to give it to Action, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry, 49ers fans. This is a little bit of me being salty, but it's also me thinking Kyle Shanahan, he choked. I don't think he can get it done in the Super Bowl. Because twice he's proven that he can't hold a lead in the Super Bowl, specifically. There were even times in the NFC Championship game versus the Packers this past year where I thought the Packers might have a chance to come back. I mean, that obviously didn't happen because the run game, the Packers defense didn't do anything to force Kyle Shanahan to be smart. Now, I'm not saying he's dumb. He is really smart. Obviously, I have him doing really well, making it to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. But when he gets to the Super Bowl, he chokes. And he's proven that twice. Not once, but twice. So I just think he's going to be one of those head coaches that's kind of cursed and just can't get it done. He's the next Andy Reid. He's going to need a Patrick Mahomes to do it. Oh my God, he is the next Andy Reid. Keeps blowing leads. So, these are my final NFL 2020 season predictions. Ravens go all the way from 1 seed to the Super Bowl champs. Now let's see what the draft order is. You have the New York Jets picking number 1. Who do they go? I doubt it would be quarterback, honestly. I hope not. Jaguars. Do they go quarterback? Dolphins. Do they load up on wide receiver? Or maybe more defense? The Washington football team. Do they go quarterback? Do they give up on Dwayne Haskins? Personally, I think they should. You didn't hear that. The Chicago Bears. Do they go quarterback? All 5 of these, I guess except for the Dolphins, because they just drafted Tua, but what does that really mean? Could go so out of the top 5, 4 of them could go quarterback. Honestly, I don't want the Jags or the Jets to go quarterback. I like Darnold and I like Minshew, and I think he could prove people wrong this year. If the Jags do better than 8-8, I mean, obviously there's no way they're getting Lawrence, but I just think they stick with Minshew at that point and build around him. They don't have a defense otherwise. So maybe they go defense here. I hope they go defense. They need more pieces again. They lost everybody. They just traded Yannick Ngakoue. Pretty much everybody on that defense from the 2017 AFC Championship year is gone. So then the Bengals going from the 1 pick to 6. Then the Giants Then the Chargers. Then the Rams. Who do the Rams go? They don't have a pick actually, so I don't know who would have this pick, but it wouldn't be the Rams because they traded it away. Honestly, I think the Jags have it because the Jags have this pick. So the Jags pick 2 and 8. Ooh, they could do some real damage this year. Raiders picking 9. They could get more defense, get more offense, maybe. I don't know if they need another wide receiver. They got Renfro, Aguilar, and Ruggs. And they got pretty good tight end. So I think they just keep going defense for a little bit here. Maybe offensive line. Panthers, they would probably definitely go defense. I mean, I know they went all defense in the last draft. They might do it again here, at least in the first pick. Falcons, what do they do? Do they give up on Matt Ryan? Probably not, because he's a good quarterback. So why would you do that? Patriots, what do they do? You never know what Bill's doing. Vikings, do they go quarterback? Colts, I've been hearing good things about Eason, so I don't know. Would they stick with him? I mean, if any of these guys pick any of the top 3 guys, then no way the Colts would go quarterback here. Browns, number 15. I mean, they might be seeing improvement from Baker. Maybe they go another running back. Because Chubb's payday. Chubb is he's a free agent, isn't he? Chubb and Kareem, I don't know if Kareem Hunt's a free agent. I'm not sure. But both of those guys, I mean, they might go running back. I think 15 might be a little high for running back, but they could. Texans, wide receiver. Anybody on defense? They need secondary help, for sure. Cardinals, 7, even though they were really good, they were 17. Don't know what they would do. Probably something else on defense. Seahawks, they would draft another running back. Actually, the Jets have this pick, don't they? So what would the Jets do here? Interesting. Chargers, probably load that defense up even farther. They got Kenneth Murray, and I really hate them for that because I really wanted him. Detroit Lions, do they move on from Matt Stafford if he's hurt this season? I mean, if they're at 20, they're not getting one of the top quarterbacks, so they wouldn't do that. But what do they do? What do the Titans do? Tampa Bay, they would probably go quarterback if they could. Because they only got Tom for 2 years, and how good's Tom going to be? Come on. He's not playing for that much longer, I swear to God. But then you got Pittsburgh at 23, making it back into the playoffs. They could go quarterback at some point. If they do worse. Because Mason Rudolph's not their guy. Duck Hodges is not their guy. And they need a guy to replace Big Ben after a while. Eagles, they just got Jalen Hurts, and they still got Carson Wentz. I think they go wide receiver again. Bills, I think they would go wide receiver. Broncos, I think they would go secondary. Maybe inside linebacker. Cowboys, they would definitely go secondary. Saints, I think they would get. They might get another wide receiver because I'm hearing that this next draft could be even better for wide receivers. Not as deep, but the talent could be better overall. Green Bay, please, for the love of God, draft an offensive skill position that's not a running back or a tight end. Please pick a wide receiver. Chiefs, who knows? Maybe they move on from Patrick Mahomes. 49ers, I wouldn't be surprised if they moved on from Jimmy G, let's be honest. And the Ravens, just keep building. Just keep building. So, congrats, Ravens. You're winning the Super Bowl. Probably not, because I predicted it that way. So this is my final predictions. Thank you for watching my videos for this off season. And the next time you see me, it'll be the real deal. I'll be doing week-to-week predictions. And we will start the day before, Wednesday night, September 4th. Is it the 4th? Let's check the calendar. Well, check the calendar. It's not September 4th. It's September 9th. September 9th. I will be uploading my week 1 NFL 2020 predictions. And I will see you then for the real NFL season. And we desperately need football. I'll see you then.